Hello. It's a little messy. I apologize that it's a little messy. We've been neglecting the Lego room for a bit because we've been working in restaurants. And Josh got access. Wait. Look, it's Benny without a broken chin strap. Another Benny. I could. Well, why are all my minifigs missing hands, Josh? Somehow, my little boy likes to remove the hands off the minifigs, and I keep on telling him to leave these guys alone. Because, partially, Benny. So there's that one, which you can barely see the gold. There's that one, which you can't see any gold. There's that one, which is, I think, my oldest minifig that I don't even know what happened to him. No. Nope. Nope. You know what? I actually think all my good classic space red guys actually in a box. Oh, there you go. Got one. Almost pure gold. Let's talk about white. Nope, nope. 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 Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. That's almost mint. Okay, needs a helmet, but the logo is almost mint. So there was, when I first got my 918, which, there. Yeah, Josh got at him, but anyway. When I first got the 918, 1978, by the way, not, again, to restate that. Again, I don't know where this guy came from. White hands, yellow hands. But anyway, I was 11. So this probably went in the bathtub with me a bunch of times too. Because back then I would bring Lego into the bathtub occasionally, which drove Mom crazy because there'd be, Lego bricks, and so it was an old steel tub, so it wasn't scratching, but there would be a lot of pieces, and some of them even went down the drain. But I would imagine I washed off the logo. So, but after that, when I got a little older, and I was making the movie Lego Wars, I actually treated my Lego sets very, very well and tried to maintain them. So almost mint with the gold. There's slight fading there. But this is where, I also acquired a whole bunch. I will say this, a whole bunch off of eBay. One guy had, this is a while back, I think he said in the eBay auction, 80 classic space minifigs. And they were basically all the white and red. And he treated his Lego better than I did. Because when I saw them. And then I bought $300, 2 big Rubbermaid totes of Lego off of him. And he had like the sets from 1975 where he had the original minifigs. Here's the torso without the feet. I had lots of these too when I was a kid. I had the Coast Guards and the police and blah blah blah. I had the original fire station, which is, people remember this guy. I had, I think, 2 copies of this when I was a kid. I probably got one from a cousin, but I had the original one too, that I got for Christmas one year. But again, Josh got at it. So, the one thing I learned from the movie, and this is not a spoiler, I hope it's not a spoiler. If it's a spoiler, turn it off. Okay, so the one thing I learned even before the movie was I was not going to make a big deal about Josh with my Lego collection, even though right now this is broken, that's broken, You can see that all the spaceships are broken. He didn't break this. This was just storage. Now I'm putting this back together. And one day I'm going to rebuild the whole thing, which... Ta-da! It's pretty dusty. Anywho, this is... this one. Put that there. I'm going to move this up here. Everything is awesome. Everything you do. Half this heat again. So, Josh did not break this thing. He okay. Anyway, I'm working on it. I really am. I want to work on it more, but life happens. Where was I? This thing has been rebuilt, as you can probably note from my Flickr page, numerous times by now. And every time I think, oh, I gotta add this really nifty feature, and it requires a complete rebuild because, you know, whatever. I did make it, as you can see, modular, and it's missing the circle here and the circle up there. But I'm going to St. Jacobs on Sunday, so I don't know if I'll get this posted before Sunday, but I really wanted an interior for this thing, even though people can't see it because it's so far back in the layout. There's not really, like, oh, come here. Like you can see, and this is how you can see there's not much of an interior in there. Now, this used to be populated with minifigs, but and the wiring really does suck right now. It really does. But let's see how bad my batteries are. Turn off the light. So you got the batteries, the lights, and even down here there's some lights. I got it on the batteries, so when it gets to St. Jacobs on Sunday, it'll be way better. But anywho, you can go back up there. The idea is, in the end, I want more greebles, not greebles, because I'm not at all a greeble guy. I really am not. I look at what the other guys are doing, I'm going like, ah, drool, because they're fantastic. I'm just a brick on top of brick builder, and honestly, that's all I am. But sooner or later, I don't know if this thing will ever be completed to the way I want it to be, but people like it. I'm actually, Sandy keeps on, telling me how much it's getting repinned on Pinterest. I didn't even pin it the first time, but a few people have pinned it, and it keeps on going around, and like 2 or 3 pins a day sometimes. So I guess it's making the rounds. But anyway, about the movie. Let's bring it back to the movie. We saw it with Josh last weekend. It was awesome. Everything is awesome. It was, and honestly, besides it being Lego, it was an absolutely fantastic movie. It's the kind of movie that, as a kid, it's not like Toy Story or anything else like that. Was honestly different than Toy Story. It was. You have adventures when you were a kid with, like, I listen to Josh now when he's playing with his minifigs, and he has these big grandiose adventures, and I guess he's got to visualize in his head what the basic minifigs are doing. And he loves Iron Man. He loves having an adventure with Iron Man, and then he gets well, whoever this is. I don't know any of the girls' names from their friend sets. But anyway, so they go off on these big adventures, and You know, he sits there for 45 minutes having this big adventure in his head with a few figs and a few pieces. He's having an adventure out there right now. I can hear him in the background. And so I never wanted to be that guy. I never wanted to be president of business. My brother and I used to get into discussions when we were kids, not much older than Josh, about Lego, because we've always had Lego. I've had Lego. I remember being around Lego before I can have memories. So there's pictures of me at 2 with Lego, because my brother was older than I was, and my cousins are older than I am. And my brother and I used to get into huge discussions, not physical altercations, but big discussions that mom and dad used to have to break up about the longevity of any creation. And I was like, but Brian, the whole, I don't know if it's on there. I don't think it's on any of the boxes. The whole thing about Lego was it's a new toy every day. So if you go back to, oh, won't see it on there. but I'm not sure if it says it on any set. There it is. I got this when I was a kid. I don't have too many boxes, but anyway, Brian, it's a new toy every day. I don't even think they mentioned that in the movie, but they kind of alluded to it. The whole idea of Lego was that you build something and then you come up with a different idea and you take it apart and you put it back together and there's something completely different. And that's what the movie honestly brought out, was that Lego's not static. It's not a Ertl model where you just glue it together and you put it on the shelf somewhere. It's something that you create with, and it's something that you go on adventures with, and it's something that really, really tweaks your imagination. And my only problem is that I'm getting close to 50, and my imagination is not like the kids anymore. And I look at what Nick built and what Simon builds, and I know Simon's not that much younger than I am, but he's younger than I am, and I'm in awe that these guys can take the same pieces that I have, although they have substantially newer pieces overall, and they build these wonderful creations. And I just gawk, I just drool, because they're wonderful and beautiful. I'm just like this. And Josh comes in here and he breaks it. No, I honestly don't care. There's nothing here. That's my whole history with Lego. There's nothing in Lego that can't be broken and put back together. And now with the internet, this is even from before the internet, but even with the internet, do not ever get upset about losing a piece. It's called Bricklink. It's honest to goodness. Unless you're like coveted gold C-3PO or white stormtrooper guy, I couldn't care. There's nothing in this hobby that I care more for than the adventure, than the building, than the rebuilding, than the camaraderie that I've got, the friends that I've made, the shows that I've done, the people that I've met, the websites, everything. Like the Legos completely opened up since the internet showed up, to the point where actual static displays kind of kind of I the people, the creations, and then what else can you do? And we were at the toy store last night because Josh did good in school, and we bought him a Lego set. And I was looking at all the movie sets before I saw the movie, and I saw all these sets, and then I was like, I'm not interested at all, because I did like to keep all my space stuff separate from my town stuff, separate from whatever else. And then I look at the mashups. I look at the biplane with the pirate stuff, and I look at the garbage collector turning into the big monsters and all that stuff. And I'm going, seeing the movie just really, really made those sets like, oh wow, those are actually cool sets. Before I saw the movie, I couldn't care less. Now it's like, oh, okay. But of course, the only set I'm worried about is waiting for is Benny's ship, which seriously, why isn't it out yet? But anyway, this is going to be rebuilt. And if it breaks again, it's no big deal. I mean, people go, what is $30 for a quarter round? Well, they weren't 30 when I bought them, but beyond that, it's nothing. I'd rather see happiness and not stymie Josh's creativity or give him some sort of psychological barrier from building stuff. And so if he wants access to the Lego room when I'm not home, yes, he makes it into a mess. He really does. But he's 4. I can't even remember when I was, well, I can remember when I was 4, but I can't, you know, I don't want to have that discussion with my brother again. Like, I lived through that, and I don't want to live through the same thing with Joshua. I don't want to be on the other side of that. I don't want to say, Josh, no, you can't, you know, take out my, you know, quarter domes because all those are coveted. No, there's nothing coveted in my collection that would stop me from saying to Josh, or want me to say to Josh, no, you can't touch that. Even this thing, I mean, he plays with it all the time. He gets his minifigs, he takes them all out. So I have to put them all back in. But he has fun with it, and he has his adventure, and I think that's more important than, it does look cool. It's more important than the actual unit. I mean, this is an opportunity for Josh and I to be together, although he's not here right now because he's having his adventure. Anyway, I wanted to talk again, and I've talked too much again. So I'm going to say that's it for today, and I'll try to take a good video on Sunday when I'm up at St. Jacobs. I'm going to try to set it up so you can see the setup, to tear down all that other stuff. The only thing disappointing me about St. Jacobs, I mean, I'll have all this basically fixed enough for St. Jacobs. The craters are completely destroyed. They were destroyed after BrickFest in July, and I never even opened the box. The boxes I haven't even looked at, they're in the garage right now. I wanted to rebuild them, so I didn't bother trying to pack them nicely. So they are destroyed, but I do have a new building. You can sort of see it. I think I've taken pictures of it. It's right there. New building. It's not quite complete yet, but it's new, and I think it's going to be a nice addition to the layout for Jeff's rocket ship. We'll see how it works when we get to St. Jacobs on Sunday, and we'll go from there. So we're adding that. We're taking out the 2 craters. I'm going to try to get something else in. I'm still really debating what I'm going to do with the, you know, transportation of all this, because it is getting in the setup time. It's honestly too long for me. I always seem to be pressured when I'm trying to get the thing set up, and it's like, you know, you're telling Picasso, hurry up that painting. Like, not saying I'm Picasso, not making that comparison. I'm just saying you can't rush these things. You know, it takes time to set this stuff up. Thankfully, Janie's absolutely fantastic, and she always lets me in early for the shows, so I can start to set up for anybody else, because you know, when people are there, they come by, they talk, and that takes, I want to talk, I want to do the social thing, because that's honestly what's more important to me now. But I also want the layout to look good, and you know, so anyway, I'll let you know, and I'll bring my 2 GoPros and hopefully get some good video of the layout at St. Jacobs, and we'll be able to work on it from there. So this is my other vlog after vlog, whatever. I won't be at Lego dinner tonight, obviously. So that's right now, because I'm gonna be at St. Jacobs on Sunday, so I'll probably be at Whack-a-Lug dinner, Whack-o-Lug dinner, and what else? That's it. So ta-ta for now, and I'll talk to you guys soon.